air water signs to your May numerology reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. This is for Libra, Scorpio cusp, Gemini, Cancer cusp, and Aqua, Pisces cusp. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Okay, and if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. And make sure also, if you know other cusp signs, share the videos. Okay, never know what important information they can learn from. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on over here. You have personal growth coming out. Beautiful number 7. 7. Okay, this is talking about improvement and growth when you're being encouraged to be the best that you can be. This is the time you want to ask yourself, who am I? What do I want from my life? And what is preventing me from achieving it? When you ask yourself these questions, observe whatever comes up, guys. Then acknowledge your mental and physical limitations and realistic goals for overcoming them. And take the necessary steps to follow through with desire and determination. You can reach your full potential. Wow, this is going to enhance your self-esteem, your conscious awareness, investigate anything that helps you raise your vibrations and that conscious awareness, right? What is going on around me, right? If you have any kind of disappointing things that have gone wrong within any circumstance within your life, okay, and if you've been unrealistic about any kind of circumstances at all, this is the time, that you want to burst that bubble. Make sure that you're going for things that are more realistic within, your life, right? Opportunities will be real and vulnerable can arise, right? And ultimately you can gain a deeper understanding of what you want and where things stand. So vulnerability is going to be one of those things though as well, right? But you're taking a new stance. Make sure that you're taking a new stance within yourself for your own personal growth. Loving it. Aligning yourself. And talking about that, we have the Akashic Stargate coming out over here, which is aligned with the purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. So it's saying there is no wrong path right now, guys. It's just the way that you're perceiving things, the way that you're doing things, right? What you kind of look at things in a different perspective, you will notice, right, that this is time to find closure regarding any past situations. Make sure that you make a new chapter that will close and allow you to feel free to explore other areas of your life, right? Whether it's a relationship, a job, however it is, this is for your own personal growth. A lot of you might be going through transitions. We have a lot of transitions. A lot of signs are going through transitions. It's like, like I said, those of you who've been following me for a while, if you've been watching that Saturn and Pisces, as I call them, grumpy grandpas up there doing those karmic debts, doing those karmic cycles. We've talked about this in March, I believe it was. So there is a playlist. You guys can go back and watch that about what is going on. Why is everybody transitioning? Why is everybody going through spiritual journey? Why is this cycle changing? Because of karmic debts. Trying to make new occurrences within your life, trying to bring in new things. Plus, we had all these eclipses coming in also during a Mercury retrograde, right? So those are also emotional and exhausting times, which also bring in transitional periods. We got a lot going on over here energetically this year. So with the sword of light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy, you are definitely making the breakthroughs. You're definitely going to cut those cords. The personal growth says, let's grow. Come on, guys. We're all awake. Let's grow. Let's get this done. Let's get done what we need. Making these new intense periods within your life and your chapters of love, money, abundance, prosperity, health, all those things, right? Make sure that you are honest with yourself. I love that because it just talked about, am I being too impractical about the situation? Am I looking at things that are unrealistic? If they're unrealistic, how do we walk around them? How do we fine tune them? That's what they're saying. If you feel it's too unrealistic, fine tune it to bring it more realistic. How do we fine tune things to make them more profound and make them more realistic, right? We have to either work at something, put more, more elbow grease into something. It just needs fine tuning. That way, you're making that breakthrough. You're not stuck at that crossroad. You're going to turn that unrealistic into a realistic. Love it. And that's what that Saturn loves anyways. Remember, you can be here sitting in Pisces for 2.5 years, sitting over here, telling everybody, get rid of those rose-colored glasses. Let's take those, right? Those unrealistic pieces, and let's make them into something more honest, more fulfilling, and something that's actually going to make a breakthrough and actually work, right? And remember karmic trenches as well, right? Even though if I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different outcome, it's not going to happen. So you have to fine tune it. You have to make it more realistic because it's not working, right? So with the honesty over here, it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. If you, oh wow, and that just talks about a whole nother situation. Wow, let's bring up that one, right? If you think that someone's really going to change, get honest with yourself. Do they really have the personal growth? Do you really see them change? They have to do it for themselves. Get honest about the situation. Oh, they'll change. I'm waiting for them to change. But yet they haven't got off the couch. They haven't done anything to prove to you, but you just keep that manifestation going. But what they're saying is that's rose-colored glasses to make you think that they're really going to change. You really think that's going to happen? Get to look at the bigger picture of the situation, my friends. You're looking and waiting for a partner or a friend or a coworker or someone to change. You might have this thought within your head. They will have personal growth. As you have personal growth, we'll grow together. No, that's not the way it works. If they're not getting honest with themselves about what they're doing, you need to get honest about the situation and have a bigger picture and understand the bigger picture. They're either going to do it or they're not. You can manifest it. It takes them to take the action, right? So if you're actually waiting for someone to do something, they're telling you, get honest about the situation. They haven't changed. You've been waiting all year from January to now, and they haven't done a damn thing. Then, honey, they are not changing. Not anytime soon. They have to take on the opportunity themselves, right? Don't sit around and wait for other people to change. They're either going to do it or they're not, right? So we have that one as well because it becomes emotional and overly emotional and exhausting for you to put in energy. You just worry. Right now, Spirit's more worried about your personal growth and wanting you to make plenty of space for what is necessary. Okay? Actually, I'm going to put this right here because that's really the overall is look at the bigger picture of the situation. Where are you? Where's your breakthrough? Your breakthrough is going to come when you actually get honest about yourself about where things are going within your life, right? Okay, let's get some cards over here. Closing out a chapter and allowing you to feel free to explore new possibilities within your life. Things that make more sense, things that help you personally grow as well. And in transition, it makes you want to think about these things too, right? It makes you want to get deep down within, your situations, shadow aspects, seeing the pros and cons within your life, making you step back to see the overall picture. It's a very slow process, but it takes a lot of hard work, right? Make sure that you are being efficient in your personal growth. When you're stuck at the crossroads and you're aligning yourself with your purpose, with what is good for you, right? This is about you conserving your energy, your time, putting in the hard work, and also being responsible for your own personal growth, your own dreams, and your own self at this time, and what you want for your children, your family, and things like that, right? But it's going to have to start with you. And it's not selfish. A lot of people say, oh my God, that's so selfish. Why would I put myself before my kids? Because if you don't put yourself before your kids, how are you going to raise your kids? Right? Once you're balanced and you're good to go and you're happy, your kids will have a happier, better experience, right? Think about it. If you were always, just here's a great example. I had somebody ask me this, actually. That's why I'm bringing it up. I literally had somebody yell at me for this, telling me that was very selfish and very self-centered. But it's not, because think about it. If you're depressed, and you're laying around and you're depressed, we all know what depression does, and you have children running around, small teenagers, it doesn't matter, you have kids. How do you think that your depression is affecting your children? You think that's healthy? But I'm going to put them first, but yet I'm still very depressed. They're going to feel that energy off of you. They're going to know something's wrong with you. That's not making them happy. And even though you're still getting up and you're doing all your stuff and you're still putting them first, though, before yourself, you're still making them dinner, you're still doing everything with them. They feel that energy. They know something's wrong. Right? But if you enlighten yourself, get out of that, then you'll realize your children will feel that energy. And once you feel good, your children will feel good too. You think your children don't feel that? They do. Right? Kind of like the happy mom, happy dad, happy life. Because everybody's happy. Right? Taking care of yourself makes everything better. Because there could be things you're missing and you're not even noticing it. Maybe you're not, you're giving them everything, but maybe you're not as attentive to them as you think, right? That's just for somebody. And don't take that the wrong way, guys. I'm just bringing it out and as an example. Because like I said, I actually did have somebody yell at me for this, but it was kind of crazy because they were in a depressed mode. And then they came to the conclusion, you're right, I'm not giving them the attention because I'm mostly hiding out. But I still feed them and put them first. And I said, of course. But in overall, your children still feel that. But when you're happy, they act different and they're different and everything's different. It's a turning point, right? So we want to make sure that we're always happy as much as possible, right? And putting ourselves first. That way we know we're giving out that energy to everybody else. It's kind of like, self-love. Okay, so, and there it is right there, Queen of Cups, talking about that self-love. This is talking about the compassion and the comfort towards yourself and nurturing and healing yourself, especially when you're on a spiritual growth, because this is where you're going to become super intuitive and become very overly caring, and not just caring for everybody else, but caring for yourself, right? Making a major breakthrough for yourself, and also having the understanding of, by caring for myself means that I'm not going to keep continuing to dig karmic trenches and expecting a different outcome. I can do the same thing over and over and over and over. And maybe I'm only changing one tiny little thing, but that tiny little thing, guys, does not change the outcome, right? We need to actually rework the whole situation. And if you're expecting someone else to change with you and you have not seen any progress, you need to stop worrying about that, right? Because it's not changing. You have a backsliding relationship, you know it, and it's not changing. Caring for yourself is saying, you know what? There's too much conflict within this situation. I see the conflict and I need to get real about the situation. And stop trying to think that this person is going to change for me. They won't even change for themselves. So you're now going to take action within yourself. And by caring about yourself, right, is where everything's going to make a huge difference within the personal growth. It's going to make you look at the bigger pictures and make you look at the other opportunities that come knocking at your door. Allow yourself to daydream on things that are more realistic, that you know can come into your life for the personal growth. Having that wishful thinking of things that are actually going to happen. Search for the purpose within yourself so that you can allow the amazing, the magic, the real to come through. And like I said, some of the things that you're looking for, it's not so much that they're unrealistic. It's just that the way you think maybe they're coming through is unrealistic. So we have to change that around, right? Yes, absolutely. Prepare, reorganize, restructure the dream, make it more sustainable, right? Make the investment something that you know is going to actually produce the fruit, right? So if you know that the chapter is closed within a relationship, you're going to have to let that go, because you know what? You know that's not going to change. If it's not fixable and you've been trying and trying and trying and waiting and waiting and waiting for this person, it's going to be up to you whether how long you really want to fix it, how long you want to negotiate, how long you're going to wait for some amazing magical twist. But it starts within them first. It doesn't start with you. It starts with them. For you, it's just about nurturing yourself and caring about yourself. They need to worry about themselves, because in actuality, this is not going to happen, especially if there's not enough communication. And I see a lot of arguing and disagreeing over here. And it feels like you are trying to win at all costs to make. And it's kind of like not make them change. Some of you might be trying to make them change by making them understand things, but it has to start within themselves first. So your personal growth is worrying about what you're doing. Like I said, for your kids, however, or just yourself, and then allowing them to make their choices, right? We can't make others change, guys. We can give them ideas. We can do this and that. I mean, some of you might have even went to counseling and it still isn't helping. They could even told the counselor, oh yeah, I totally get it, and we're working on that, and we're prepping, and then they get home and they do nothing. Okay? So you're going to have to really understand what is really going on by really getting into, the self-love over here and heal. If the two of you really want to have better communication, see if they're going to actually communicate, but you know what you're going to have to do. You will see what's going on. Right now, it's talking about the connection with your higher self. Unifying yourself with the higher self, getting healthy within yourself so that you can be able to see. Once you get rid of any negative energy within yourself, you also, and that's the caring compassion for yourself, to say, how much of this am I going to deal with? Is this really healthy for me? Is it good? I just have to rework the situation, right? This will actually bring in more wealth and health for you. This is where you finally find the success. This is where you finally find what's really healthy for you and where you can really move. Knowing what is real and what you can actually do. And this brings in way better things for you. This is where you're really going to achieve goals. We see ones. The ones are for the new beginning of how you're seeing things, perceiving things, the new you. 5 is not only just a change card, but it can also be a challenge card. I am challenging you. 5. Right? So 5s are not, it's the change and the challenge. Because with change, most of the time comes with challenge. We all know this. New life experiences, new things going on around you. And changes are always have some kind of challenge one way or another. Whether it's challenge the mind, challenge the emotions, however it's going to be, but definitely going to have a challenge. But it's also going to bring in hopes and dreams and affirmations, understanding of things that are going, especially as it starts changing around you. Okay. So those are good things that are actually going to help you. Right? And then you have the 7 again. So you have 3 7s, 777. This is divinely said. Spirit wants you to understand this is a divine message. This is the divine personal growth within your spiritual journey, within the spiritual aspects of yourself. Spiritual growth. Personal growth is also spiritual growth. So we want to make sure that we have the better understandings of things. Right? If you're looking at the angel number and not just the numerology number, my friends, it's talking about your guardian angel's way of telling you to stay strong and continue moving forward for your journey, even through the challenges and obstacles that are laying before you. How to overcome them. Look at the greater positive outlooks of the situation. It's a very powerful number when it comes to angel numbers, not just numerology. Of course, it's very powerful in numerology, but the angels also want you to understand that this is where the good luck and the fulfillment of dreams will start coming through as soon as you understand what is going on and you look towards the brighter future for yourself, the fullness and the completions of what's going on. Because this is definitely a type of spiritual awakening with the 777 of an angel number. So this is really what this is, my friends. You can say this is divine intervention, right? So make sure that you are keeping yourself in a quiet state at this time. Make sure you slow down and understand the bigger picture at hand. So that way you can see where you need to change, where your chances to manifest are, where you can see what needs to go on and what doesn't. Really, like I said before, right? Really weighing those pros and cons, going into shadow work if necessary, right? What's going on between you and your significant other? Okay. There has to be, some kind of understanding going on around you. And if they don't want to be on the same path as you, you're going to have to, yeah. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your spiritual growth? But you're definitely going to have some kind of escape, no matter what, as in hermiting away, having a better, you know, awakening. This card's saying, I'm knocking at your door and I want you to have a better understanding of what's going on. I want you to be prepared for what's going on. You are in a karmic test and I want you to understand what I'm calling you for. I'm calling you for the what? I'm calling you for the reckoning, the day of reckoning. I'm calling for you to have mercy to yourself through your own personal growth and rebirth. This is a redemption of your past karmas. Having a new phase within your life, being able to see what's going on around you. Wow, this is just absolutely beautiful. And it's giving you multiple choices. Like I said, weighing your pros and cons, giving you that balance, making balanced decisions, adopting new ideas and new understandings and reworking those things that no longer serve you, or that things that you want to change that you say, that seems a little unreachable, that seems a little like that's never going to happen, a little unrealistic. So let's rework that. Oh, yes, absolutely. Because as you're reworking, Spirit says, look at that. You have new progress, new foresight, new understanding, which can have new, better results. You just have to see what it is that you truly want and how you're going to get to it. Man, beautiful reading. Let's see what the angels have to say over here for you, my friends. Could be seeing a lot of 7s. 8 for manifestation. 2 for the balance, the understanding, and the directions that you're going in. 5 for change and challenges. 1's for the new beginning, and 3's for harmony, peace, and progress. Very beautiful. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of recovery over here, so a lot of you do definitely have some healing that needs to be done. Okay, you need to trust within the universe, keep your faith alive for new opportunities that are knocking at your door, especially seeing that with the judgment call over here, right? Because today is your day. Today is your day. So within the next few weeks, you will probably be feeling this pull, this tug, this, piece that says there's some kind of absolution that needs to be done. There's this calling that I have, and if you don't understand what it is, now you have the opportunities to understand as your intuition is really opening for you, my friends. Okay? Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And until next time, peace and love to all of you. Bye-bye.